Hey everyone, welcome to the cabin. My name's Alec Britz and today we're going to be checking out the API Select T12 dual microphone preamplifiers. I'm going to show you everything you get when you purchase one of these, but most importantly how it sounds. Thanks as always to Studio Care for supplying the review units. If you enjoy what you watch, please consider subscribing, but for now, let's jump right in. On the front of the T12, it all begins with our impedance selection. Being able to cycle through different impedances allows you to match the microphone preamplifier to the appropriate microphone very easily. We then have our high Z input, we have our low cuts, we have our input gain and our output level, then we have our polarity flip, 48 volt phantom power, minus 20 dB pad, and a mic switch to engage the XLR on the back. We then have our peak light over here when things get a little bit toasty, and a nice kidney bean VU. And then lastly, we have the power switch all the way down here. On the rear of the T12, we've got our voltage select switch over here, IEC input from 115 to 230 volts. On our inputs and outputs, we have TRS output or XLR output, and then we have XLR input. Unfortunately, the XLR input does not have a locking mechanism at the top, and that's a little oversight, I think. So now we get to hear how the unit sounds. I hope you enjoy. There's no additional EQ, there's just some limiting on the bus, bit of melodyne on the voice, and some reverb on some of the elements.
So calmly, I fell for you so effortlessly that I didn't even know it was happening. You got a heart of gold and amber, and family made me wonder if they knew that I was gonna give up everything. It's the tragic kind of love where best friends fall into each other's hearts and it all falls apart. How does time erode the purest intentions? I can't comprehend that it's all coming to an end. Slow down, we don't need to fight. We've done everything right. We'll drift off to our respective lives. Time will heal our pride.
So, the API T12. On the good points, this is a really easy to use, fantastic sounding microphone preamplifier. I've not really had any issues with noise. It plays really nicely with ribbon microphones, condenser microphones, and dynamic mics. No problem at all. Being able to hit it quite hard like you heard there with the drums kind of made them feel a little bit compressed, but at no point did it feel like the unit was going to fold over or break. Some of my favorite uses of this device have been on things like acoustic guitar, drums, and lead vocals, taking a really clean and pristine microphone like my C414EB and pairing it with this have been absolutely fantastic. I've used this on several sessions now, both acoustic and some pretty heavy tunes, and overall the tonality of the unit never gets in the way, but that's not to say that everything is perfect. One of the things that kind of grinds me a little bit is the fact that underneath the valve, they've put an LED. It's just a bit of a cheap move for me and I don't quite understand it. API's usual design aesthetic is that beautiful black with the white and the blue. It's such a clean aesthetic. Even if they just launched this with the black faceplate and smaller knobs, it would look absolutely fantastic. The next thing that annoys me about this device is the output fader. You see, API has designed a hell of a good circuit here, and it sounds fantastic, but it sounds even cooler when you push it really hard. So when I was recording the drums earlier, I actually wanted them to be even more driven, just to get some of that squelch out of valves kind of just sagging a little bit. The device only attenuates to a certain degree, and I need like another 15 decibels of attenuation so that I can get some of those really distorted fuzzy guitar sounds, because the unit can't do it. The circuit's fantastic, it's got valves on the input, on the output, and transformers on both sides. So there is the possibility for some serious drive to happen on this device. If I could add one feature just to top it off a little bit, on an API 550A EQ there's a filter switch that's on it. If that was one of the options for the filter bank, that would be absolutely incredible. In typical API fashion, the build quality on this device is absolutely stellar. API's customer service is always second to none, and anytime that there has been an issue, getting parts is an absolute breeze. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. To those of you who have subscribed, thank you so very much for doing so. Most importantly, I hope that you're all looking after yourselves and you're being kind. I'll see you in the next one.
How does time erode the purest intentions? I can't comprehend that it's all coming to an end. Slow down, we don't need to fight. We've done everything right.